The city was burning. From the rooftop, I watched the dead walk the streets. Every building was dark, a tombstone in the night. Every building but one. The old research building just outside the city limits. A memory flashed in my mind, my father's final words before he was gone. If anything happens, go to that building. You'll find the answers there. Suddenly, a deafening crash behind me. Thud, Thud, Thud. They were breaking through the rooftop door. My heart pounded against my ribs. I grabbed my backpack, took one last look at the inferno below, and leaped. My feet hit the gravel of the next rooftop, and I didn't stop running. The streets were a nightmare, a river of grasping hands and moaning mouths. I jumped from roof to roof, a frantic parkour over a world gone mad. I scaled broken walls, vaulted over wrecked cars, and navigated shattered balconies. I was fast, I was quiet, I was surviving. But then I saw it. Something new, something terrifying. A zombie, but not like the others. It wasn't slow or shuffling. It sprinted, a predator spotting its prey. Its eyes glowed with a hellish red light, and wisps of smoke curled from its gaping mouth, a mutated one. My blood ran cold. I broke into a desperate sprint, heading for the skeletal trees of an abandoned park. It was closing in. I could feel its cold breath on my neck. Just as its claws were about to tear into me, an arrow whistled past my ear and buried itself in the creature's head. It crumpled to the ground, silent. A girl, no older than 16, stepped out from behind a tree, a bow held firmly in her hand. "If you want to survive," she said, her voice steady, "come with me." Her name was Mia. She'd been alone for days, just like me. And unbelievably, she had the same destination. "There's a cure inside that building," she explained. My dad told me before he disappeared. We had the same mission. We weren't alone anymore. Our only path to the research building was through the underground metro. The darkness in the tunnel was absolute, so thick you could feel it. Every sound, every scuff of our boots echoed like a death rattle. Then we heard it. A low, deep rumbling that grew louder and louder. Mia's eyes widened in the gloom. "That's a horde," she whispered. In seconds, the tunnel flooded with hundreds of them. A tidal wave of undead. I grabbed a rusted metal rod. Mia let arrows fly, but it was like trying to stop the ocean with a bucket. They were just too many. Then my eyes locked onto an old train engine on a sidetrack. A long shot, but our only shot. I sprinted towards it, leaped into the cab, and fumbled with the ignition. With a sputter and a roar, the ancient engine lurched to life. It plowed forward, a steel battering ram smashing through the horde. We scrambled aboard, riding our makeshift chariot out of the tunnel of death. Finally, we reached it. The research building, the heavy steel door was locked, but we could hear voices inside, human voices. The door creaked open, and my world shattered. It wasn't Mia's father standing there. It was mine. He was alive. "Dad," I stammered, my voice barely a whisper. You're alive." He looked at me, his face a mix of relief and sorrow. "I couldn't die, son, because I created this virus." He paused, letting the words sink in. "And you are the cure." Mia froze beside me. "What?" My father explained everything. My blood carried the antibody, the key to destroying the virus. But that made me the most wanted and most endangered person on Earth. "That's why I had to hide you," he said. Just then, the building shook. The mutated zombies were here. They swarmed the entrance, their red eyes burning in the dark. "Run!" my father yelled, grabbing a weapon to hold them off. "I'll buy you time. Get to the roof." We sprinted up the stairs, the sounds of the fight fading below. On the rooftop, the wind whipped around us as a helicopter descended from the sky. The undead were already climbing onto the roof. I grabbed Mia's hand. "If I'm really the cure," I said, looking into her eyes, "then I will save this world." The helicopter lifted off, carrying us away from the chaos. Below us, the entire city burned, a funeral pyre for humanity. Our story was far from over. In fact, it had just begun. To see what happens next, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss it.